Love. According to our Mark Stein and Brian Windhorst, while the Cavs are confident they can acquire Love, the Bulls are making a late push to get to the All-Star. The Bulls are offering Jimmy Butler, Taj Gibson, and other assets, while the Cavs, take a look, are offering Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett and perhaps a future first-round pick. Now, you see the options. The Bulls offer, the Cavs offer. Stephen A., which is the better deal?
None of them.
All right.
Talk to Golden State.
At the end of the day.
Minnesota Timberwolves, if I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, that's what I do. Anthony Bennett, we just learned the last month of the season that he actually knows how to play on this NBA level. God bless him. Andrew Wiggins, incredible promise, athleticism, really good defensive player. I think he's going to be a great one. Has the heart, the motor, really wants it. But he's got a suspect jump shot and a suspect handle. For me, I look at those things and I compare that to 26 and 12. Sorry, what the Cavs are offering is not enough. I look at Chicago. Taj Gibson, I like a great deal. Jimmy Butler, tough as nails. But that ain't enough for Kevin Love either. I'm not going for that. When I look at Golden State, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, David Lee. Those are three starters in a Western Conference that is clearly head and shoulders above the East, and they were a number 6 seed. If the Golden State Warriors were in the East, they would have been a top 2 or top 3 seed. I'm sorry. I look at those three starters and what they bring to the table, and we keep underestimating and sleeping on Klay Thompson, which for our purposes is criminal because his father happens to be a colleague of ours right here at ESPN doing ESPN LA radio. I don't understand how we don't notice the fact that this kid is about 6'6", 6'7". He can shoot lights out. He's got an incredible quick release, and he can literally defend 3 different positions, both guard spots and a small forward, creating mismatches on offense as well. This dude has ways to go. We haven't seen Klay Thompson scratch the surface yet, and we still know he's good now. How in God's name do we look at that and the potential to get him? Because no matter what Minnesota says, he was on the table initially more than a month ago. I don't want to hear that stuff that they didn't offer him. That's a lie. Klay Thompson was on that table with Barnes and David Lee, okay? But in the end, how do we look at that and poo-poo that? For this, what the Bulls are offering, what Cleveland's offering, for Love, 26 and 12, I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. If it ain't Golden State, to me, their offer is head and shoulders above anything Cleveland or Chicago has put on the table thus far.
Do you believe that Golden State will come around and put Klay Thompson back on the table?
I think so. I think so. They might try to squeeze Minnesota a little bit now because Skip, Golden State not only was offering those 3 players, they were willing to take the contract of Kevin Martin if Flip Saunders had offered up the number 13 overall pick, and he refused to do that. So I don't know the particulars over the last couple of weeks or so because, to be quite honest with you, I don't care really. They're just getting on my nerves with it. I've had enough of Love, and I love Love, but I've had enough of Love. But the point is, I just look at it, and I say, look, man, you know, it's so clearly above anything that Cleveland's offering. It's making me wonder, is there something going on here where people are trying to facilitate LeBron and the Cavaliers being a loaded team? I don't understand it because what Cleveland is offering to me ain't much.
Right.
I
Totally
don't get
agree.
it. Their first round pick isn't going to be that great.
I hear you, and I agree. The 6'6" X factor in all of this equation is still Klay Thompson. But Stephen A. Smith, as much an aversion as you have had in the past occasionally to various foreign-born and bred players who've come to the NBA, I dare you, after the show, to go on YouTube, to go on NBA.com, and call up some highlights of Nikola Mirotic. Just do it for me.
I like
okay?
him.
Well, check him out.
I like him.
He's the best player in Europe, and he's one of those other assets that Chicago has to offer on top of Taj and Jimmy Butler. And I'm with you, tough as nails, both of them. I like them both. I'd want them on my team. But Mirotic made 46% of his threes, albeit in the European League last year, but he's the best player in Europe. He's 6'10", 240. He can shoot the lights out. Has a sweet handle. He can run the break. He can dish it. He's not Kevin Love as a rebounder, but I think he could be a very good NBA player. So I'm just telling you that what Chicago has to offer, they could even throw Mike Dunleavy in there, another of your favorite players. But it's laughably better to me than what Cleveland is offering right now, unless you want to throw in various expiring contracts that they have just acquired last night.
Well,
but in the big picture, if you throw Mirotic into this along with the other two, yeah, okay, but you could, if you really wanted to reach. And Casey Johnson, the excellent reporter who covers the Bulls for the Chicago Tribune, threw out there that it's still, he's not saying this is happening, but you do have Doug McDermott that you did draft. You could, if you really push came to, but if you were that desperate, you could throw him in. Are you lording Dougie McBuckets? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I am.
I think he's pretty good.
Yes, I am. Oh, stop.
Oh,
listen, he can play. He can really shoot.
He can shoot it.
But he does seem like one of those dudes that was good on the college level.
I don't know about him. He's one of the few, I would say. I think he can play.
I got some questions about what he's going to do on the next level. I know what he was on the collegiate level. Okay, well, we'll see. He came to the right place because Chicago's a tough team and a tough
I agree, and Coach Spielberg signed off on him. You got to think he's got a little toughness in him.
All I'm saying to you, Skip, is this. If you're talking about Kevin Love, I need sure things. I don't need all these question marks. I know this dude is 26-12 in the Western Conference. That's what I need.
Yeah,
I need sure things.
I'm with you.
I don't need a guess.
Yep. Throw in Klay Thompson, you got to deal with me.
Yeah, but he's not on the table, so no deal. But good thought on that, Stephen A. Golden State Warriors. Guess what? It's time to bring on someone that Skip may know. Oklahoma head football coach Bob Stoops. He's excited.
All right.
Now
welcome to the desk.